Hello, hello. This is Shelley Harwood, Stampin' Up independent demonstrator from Brighton in Hobart, Tasmania. And I just wanted to share with you a card that I shared at my card classes this week. And it's super cute, and it's using the gear and textured dies and stamp set from the current mini catalogue. So this is a great one. I know that many of my customers always want male themed, and so this is a great one that could be used for lots and lots of different projects. So I just wanted to share with you today this cute card. So it is in the current catalogue. It's on page 53. I better put some glasses on. 53 of the catalogue, and you can see how it is great just for adding dimension and embellishments to a card. Like most of these have been just done with cardstock. There's some obviously additional paper there, but I love how you can also distress them. It looks great done in the foil, which I've used silver foil with mine today. But it can come as a bundle. You can get the die separately and the stamp separately if you prefer, but it's a great way and a great collection I think I'll use over and over again for not only card making but also my scrapbooking. So this is the card we created, and I've put some stamping inside as well. And I just thought I'd go through the techniques that I used today. So first of all, I've already cut my paper. So I've used the Smokey Slate cardstock, and this is just a standard size that we use. I'll put the sizes in the comments. I've done a basic white insert that we'll stamp onto. And then I also have some pretty peacock and some white to go on there too. So we're going to stamp onto the white. So we'll do the stamping first, and then I'll come back and we'll attach it. So shall I do the big one? Let's do the big one first. Okay, so what I've used here is the Smoky Slate, and for this one I've just put down in the bottom corner just embellishment, and then in the pretty peacock I've used one of the gears and just added onto there. So that's for our inside. And then for creating the outside, I've used several of the stamp sets in the collection. So first of all, we're going to use Smoky Slate. Now, because you want to do random, it's sometimes hard to do random because you tend to want to do it into even bits. So I'm just going to go off the page somewhat with some of them. Just look it up in the corner. Corner, and I might even put just a little fraction here. How's that? Then we're going to choose another of the stamps. Now this one I want to stamp second generation, so I'm going to stamp on, then stamp off. Not very clever. I've just put matte underneath. So then I want to make that a bit lighter. So stamp on. Stamp it off, and I'll probably just do one more. Now see, I haven't done that as random as what I should, because I really probably should have another one. Am I going to fit? I am going to. I haven't got as much in the middle as I would like, so I'm going to add another circle just in there. Okay, and then with a pretty peacock, we're going to do a little splash as well. Not fantastic stamping there, Shelley. Up in the corner. I might do one more in the middle. Okay, so we've done that. Now also with a pretty peacock, I'm going to do a little title, and course I haven't grabbed white cardstock, have I? Ah, here, I've got some here. So just where I've got this little banner here, and what I'm loving is we have a punch that actually creates 3 banners, and it has a coordinating stamp set, and all the sentiments actually fit onto, I don't know if I can see that, I might have you a little bit close, fit onto the banners. So I've chosen a happy birthday today, and I've decided to use this one. So this is still available, which is great, and punches to sometimes make it that little bit speedier. So you can actually punch all 3 at once if you prefer, and I've been doing this, and then I have a little collection so that when I am ready and want to have a title and a little sentiment, I've got some ready to go. So we're going to use just this banner. I'm going to move this out of the way. And my happy birthday that I have here, I'm going to do that in the pretty peacock. I'll just go back down some a little bit closer, getting it right. Oops. Hope everybody had a great Christmas and a happy new year. Oh, I'm not super happy with that. I'm going to turn it over. I just smudged it a bit. Because the wording is so little, you really don't need to over press. That's better. Happier with that. So now we're going to put the card together. So I'll just move this out of the way. Now, so we've got our inside piece. I haven't put a greeting inside, but I will decide what I want to put there. So a little bit of adhesive. Put that down. And then I'm going to put my stamp piece. This is so great that you can make your own, basically, I guess, paper by adding different colors. I think this would look so good in so many different color combos, and it was very popular at my workshop yesterday and today. My ladies all liked it, and it was nice listening to them say, oh, this will be for my son-in-law and this will be for my son. So they had already picked out who they were going to give their card to. So I've just eyeballed that. Now I have actually already die cut out the bigger what did I say it was? Cog. So I've got that one there, and I do have a couple of small ones here, but I do need to cut out the 2 smaller ones. So I've just got them sitting on my little mini cut and emboss. Tip with this is always to make sure you've got it staggered so the top plate comes over a little bit. That's going to give us our 2 smaller little dies that we're going to build up onto our card. Okay, so just that's in front. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some foam. I'm going to put this one down flat because I've put my title. So I'm going to put that one down flat, and then I'm going to pop this one up. I probably should have had some mini ones. I've got some black mini ones there. So just with cut it in half. I only had my fingernails done the other day, so it always takes me a week. A week until they're functional. You can see that a little bit, so just make sure you've got it tucked in. So that one I'm just going to put there, and then I think I'll do the same. This one I'm going to put down flat, so I'll cheat just with a little bit of tape runner. Oops, just need to get rid of a bit of excess there. And the same thing, a dimensional, which I'll pop into the middle. They're quite strong, so that should be enough to hold it. I'm going to pop that over there just a little bit. Might just space that one out a fraction. Just face it up a little bit more. There we go. And then I'm going to place my happy birthday. I'm going to put some dimensional onto that. So that's why I popped the bigger one down flat, because then my title will pop. And I'm just going to put that across the middle of my card, like so. And I'm just going to finish that off with some of these cute basic grey and smoky slate pearls. To be perfectly honest, I'm not sure if they're, I'm sure they're still available. They might even be in the clearance, but I just thought it looked nice with a couple of big ones and a couple of small ones, just to add that final little bit of texture to the card. So there you go. So there's a really quick, simple card using the gear and texture stamp set and die cut. I hope you enjoy this little card demo. Thanks, ladies and gentlemen.